Hello, Baker leaders. This is Dr. Gary, making good bosses into great leaders with compassion and accountability. So there's a lot of follow-up from the boot camp last week, and now that you're back to work for the last 3 days, and the buzz has been worn off a little bit, I'm sure. Hopefully, there's a couple of things that you remember from last week. And certainly, there's one thing that we want you all to work on. Well, let me go down the list of the people that completed the assignment. That would be David Tedder, Dylan Granger, Leo Perry, Quincy King, and Denny Rattan have all sent their one thing that we asked you to send us and your coach for a follow-up from the boot camp. Those 5 people, because of their quick response, will receive 10 points for their cohorts each. And that's already been recorded into the scorecard. The rest of you, we still need to hear about your one thing. Email that to me and to your coach. Secondly, stories. So we have the opportunity for you to earn 10 points for each story that you tell us. You tell us through an email. You could actually send a video if you want, just like what I'm doing now. It's entirely up to you. But what we want to hear from you is a story, 3 stories on each of the following topics. 1 on emotional intelligence, one of these strategies that you're working on, or an area of emotional intelligence that you became aware of last week that you're working on and you're working on with your coach. Tell us a story about how you tried to apply what you've learned in self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, or relationship management. And get a feel for that, tell the story, and send that to everybody in the leadership program. We want to hear from you on what you're applying every day on emotional intelligence. Second, coaching. You've learned a little bit about coaching, and it's a challenging skill to learn. But maybe if you can find the opportunity to just listen or to ask 1 or 2 questions, and if you practice it, you'll get better with it over time. 1 story on coaching. If you don't have any direct reports, remember, you can ask your boss some questions and try to get them to draw out what's their present identity, how did that work for them, what would they like to see in the future, and what are they going to do about it? And ask those questions in a gentle, caring, and thoughtful way to draw out the answers that they probably already have. The third story is on your one thing. Whatever your one thing was, we want to hear how you're taking that specific goal, objective, and put it into practice. So what's the one thing, and what are you doing to apply it? Let's hear the story on that. Those are all due by the end of February, February 28th, because on March 1st, guess what? We're doing it again. I just want to remind 2 of the cohorts have book reviews that are going to be done, and I still owe you the checklist that we'll be looking at on those book reviews, and I'll send that to you this week. So the one thing, get that to us. Those people that haven't, 10 points for everybody that already sent it. I mentioned those names. 3 stories, 1 on emotional intelligence, 1 on coaching, 1 on your one thing. And then being prepared for the March 1st training. Now, I will also send you a cohort template meeting minutes document. The cohorts need to each meet, and I want you to find an hour to have a conversation over the next 4 weeks. And you can do this with video, zoom.usa. You can do everybody at the same time if you want, or just do a phone conversation, whatever works for you. However, that conversation, I'd like you to all share with each other how what your progress is on your one thing. Tell each other what that is and talk about your progress and try to coach each other to improve and learn more about moving towards your accomplishment of the one thing. By the way, cohort meetings are worth 20 points. So share the wealth by sharing the leadership, but one of you take the meeting minutes that will be included in this video email and send that to me and to your coach or coaches, and we will document that, and you will receive 20 points for holding that meeting. The meeting minutes do not have to have a lot of detail in them, all right? What's most important is that you meet and have the conversation. That's what's really, really important. So just let us know in a few words what the meeting was about, what you accomplished, and what your action steps are coming out of that meeting. Remember the what, who, and when. Okay, if you have questions, give your coach a call or call me. And we look forward to seeing you on March 1st. It's only 4 weeks away. And you've got your assignments. If you have any questions, get in touch. This is Dr. Gary making good bosses into great leaders with compassionate accountability. And that means you.